Hello, my name is Tamara of RuckWood Recovery. I'm an asset recovery specialist, error finder, asset locator, and surplus claim specialist, otherwise known as Tax Foreclosure Surplus. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the compensation structure of a representative that might represent you in a tax surplus claim and or an unclaimed property claim. There's two different pay structures for each, and I would love to explain that to you. Forgive the noise. Obviously, it's cicada season. I chose to be outside because it's such a nice day outside, and I just don't want to be in the house. I don't want to be cooped up in my office. So, let's get down to it. So, for tax sale surplus and otherwise known as tax foreclosure surplus, the pay structure is a little bit different than it is for unclaimed property. You have 3 years to claim your tax sale surplus, but really it's not 3 years because the redemption period shaves time off of that. So it's really a short period of time that we're working with to get the claimant paid. That pay structure, how we do it, and we feel like we cannot justify anything above 25%, but we try to stick with 20. 25% usually comes when the claim is a bit more complicated, when it has to go through probate. If it has to go through probate, that hasn't been settled. It hasn't been settled who the trustee is, or there was no beneficiary deed, or there was no will, and the family might be arguing, and we may have to bring in an attorney to settle that, and attorneys have to be paid. Therefore, that extra 5% does come. However, we still have attorneys on staff who we do consult and who gives input on each claim to make sure things go smoothly, and that we are doing everything according to the state statute that governs tax foreclosure surplus. We don't feel like anything above that can be justified. And I know there's some people out here who may have gotten a letter or a call from some asset recovery firm saying, hey, if we represent you, we'll take 40%. That cannot be justified. That is double what we charge, and we try to we stick, period. We stick as close as possible to the Missouri Unclaimed Property laws compensation requirements or outline. So for our unclaimed funds and for tax sale foreclosure surplus, it's really the same thing. However, for unclaimed funds, it can go below that. And that is because the law dictates. So we do not feel that anything above 25% can be justified. Yes, there's notary fees. Yes, there's travel. Yes, there's document procurement. Yes, there's software. There's title searches that need to be done. There's attorney fees. There's possible meetings with the county, time and labor that goes into preparing a tax sale foreclosure claim. However, 25% that is the limit for us. More than anything, we stick with 20. And 25% is based off of the complication and how much of the attorney's labor that we have to use. So anything above that, if you've been contacted regarding your tax sale foreclosure and somebody's trying to charge you 30, 40, or even 50, and there's some that charge 60. I mean, especially the ones from out of state that'll contact you that are just kind of picking through lists and trying to find larger claims to assist with. I would definitely, if I was you, I would tell them to kick rocks, because us local companies, we try to stick to the letter of the law. We do stick to the letter of the law, and we're not trying to screw the Missouri residents. We're not trying to screw our neighbors. We're trying to help our neighbors. And we are also actively working to change the law so that there isn't that 3-year time frame, but we want to be able to have homeowners or claimants be able to collect their surplus into perpetuity by, instead of it going permanent escheating to the county, we believe that it should be reported just like any other unclaimed property to the Missouri Unclaimed Property Division. That's how we feel. So we are working on a bill for that. We believe we found a few sponsors for that bill. So fingers crossed. If you have any input for us, feel free to call or email. I will stick that in the description section. All right. And for Missouri Unclaimed Property, the fee structure goes like this. So if anybody contacts you, there's a lot of people who've probably received a letter, an email, or even somebody probably like calling you in the middle of the day or on the weekend saying, hey, we know of some unclaimed property that you're due, I'd like to help you. Well, just know that if you're not using local, if they're not registered with the Missouri Treasury, and they're most likely not adhering to Missouri state law, you're really at risk for getting your claim denied, because the Missouri Treasury does not accept claims from representatives that are not registered with the Treasury. So you want to make sure you use a registered air finder with the Treasury. I'm just going to use air finder for this too. You want to make sure you use a registered air finder, and before you ever sign anything, ask them for that registration number. They should give it to you willingly. There should be no hesitation when giving their air finder number or their air finder registration number, just like if you would ask for a badge number. They're required to give it, and air finder should give it. And then after you find out that air finder number, once again, before signing anything, call the Missouri State Treasury and verify that air finder number. Don't get caught, getting your claim denied or being overcharged. So, for the pay structure, if it's been held by the Treasury for less than 12 months, they are not allowed to charge you at all. Unless you want to pay them separately, the Treasury's just not going to send them a check for it. The Treasury's just going to send the claimant a check. If it's been held by the Treasury for 12 months, so over 12 months, but under 24 months, that representative or that air finder can only charge you 10%. If it's been held for 24 months to 36 months, then that air finder can only charge you 15%. And if it's been in there for 36 months or above, they are not allowed to charge you any more than 20%. So, if you are contacted about unclaimed property and you are charged above 20%, I wouldn't sign the contract. That's just my advice to you. They're not adhering to the state law. So protect yourself. If you need to look back at this video, it'll stay up. Alright, so if you have any more information, please visit www.RuckWoodRecovery.com. Email us at RuckWoodRecovery@gmail.com, or give us a call or a text at 314-692-4272. Calls are screened to avoid spammers. We want to make sure we're giving our full attention to real claimants and real Missouri residents. Thank you.